Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Hooray! This is Ashkin here and I'm a psychologist. Here you go with today's topic. 5 signs of not doing parenting. Parenting is an art, it's a skill, and it's one of the toughest job in the world, I would say, because there is no right or wrong rules for being a good parent or for being an apt parenting, because it's always like you're in a training process. Okay, so uh, each child's growth is different, each child's parenting is different, each child's development is different. Okay, so every child is different, so we can't follow the same rules or trend with each and every child. But at the end of the day, we all want our child to be very happy and successful in their life, and as parents we have to give them a very safer and a secure place for a or an environment for their growth and development. Okay, so parenting is not just about imparting wisdom to your child, but it is always allowing them to grow in their own style is what more important. So but what happens in our daily life is that many times, as parents, we make certain mistakes in the form of love. I would say it's not that we wantedly make mistakes, we make it some mistakes in the form of love. We want our children to help, no we want to help our child in their process of growth and development. But sometimes what happens, due to different confusions or different kinds of amount of workload that we are also engaged in, we tend to make mistake. Maybe we sometimes recognize something wrong, or we might take some choices which is not right, maybe that in a state of confusions. And in this video we are going to look at some of those. The first one of it is unhealthy lifestyle. Yes, the parents are the role models for our kids. The kids learn from their parents, they learn to imitate their parents, and it is very important you show the right way. So I think the picture here shows the use of mobile phones, and now we are in an online mode, so I'm not saying against an online mode, but I want to say being preoccupied with our mobile phones or any kind of social media or any kind of media, and instead of involving them, instead of spending time with them, and following a change of lifestyle with the alcohol consumption or cigarette smoking, will give a wrong role model to our growing kids. So that is not accepted in a good parenting. Okay, the second area is quarreling parents. So when I say about quarreling parents, it includes even little fights that the parent engage in. Okay, so a fight it with love is always different, but when you try to express something no which is with a very heavy noise or a very loud noise, and you tend to express it in front of the kids, what happens is that the kids get affected by it. It affects their mental health very badly. I would say it's not even very worst. Okay, so the kids, they're in the emerging development gets affected, they lose their self-esteem, they have a problem with their self-esteem, self-efficacy, the kind of ability that they are in, they feel very low in their mood. So that is going to affect their activities throughout the day and in the years coming out. So at times you might not see it at the very right age. Okay, so maybe when you are having a quarreling at that particular moment, you might not see that effect at that moment, but you would definitely see it after years or after days or after months. So it is very important that you give a very conducive environment for your child for the learning purpose. And discouraging your child, yes, it's not that we intently discourage our child, but at times we do have make mistakes by comparing our child with others. But oh, see, he has got such a good job, or he has got such a good ranking, but you're still there, why don't we try it for that? So it's good that you're trying to aim your child a little more higher, but that shouldn't be in case with a comparison. Okay, so don't compare with others, instead compare with his own self. So this time he has got a 5th rank, so let's try for something better, let's move on to the next level, rather than comparing it with some Tinku or Minku or Ramu or Somu. And that is going to make the difference. So the discouragement, it can be of any form. So not attending to his achievements is also a discouragement. The child comes up happily with some kind of achievements, and yeah, you're also busy with some kind of household chores or your office works or something, and you don't listen to it, and that makes the child very sad. Okay, so it's very important that you have a very good encouraging atmosphere around the child, so the discouragement is not going to work out. And the next one is harsh disciplining. Any form of punishment is not really acceptable in a parenting. Okay, so punishment here, I would say, it's not just physical punishment, so just spanking a child or beating a child is not just the matter. Any kind of punishment or any form of punishment that is going to affect the child mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, then that is called as harsh disciplining. Okay, so harsh disciplining will have an adverse effect on the child's emotional growth and development. That will make him feel so isolated from the social environment and social interactions, because in the coming years the child might have a very difficult no very much of difficulty in opening up their suggestions or trailing out something that they wanted to say, the assertiveness. Okay, and also the timeout procedures that we do it, so just putting them in a room for some time or just keeping him away from it and not talking to him. All this kind of behaviors or all these kind of disciplinary strategies is not a very conducive environment for the child to grow upon. Okay, and not being very supportive. So when I say about not being very supportive, it means in all the sense. Okay, so I know that as a parent you try to give whatever the child wants, whatever the child requires, the food, the dress, the clothing, the toys and everything, but that's not what all the child needs. It needs a kind of support, the kind of attachment that is from a parent. Okay, so when the child cries, or when the child shows some tantrums, or when the child emotionally breaks down, they need a parent who supports the child. So it is very important that you support the child, and it is very common among not just among parents or teachers or children. They complain about each other, and we as parents we get just irritated by the comments that they come from outsiders, and we just start to punish our child. So it is very important that you listen to him or her before you make any kind of judgments about that particular behavior, because if you are jumping into conclusion, then you're gonna lose the trust from your child. So this is gonna this will be helping, or this is not gonna help you for sure. Okay, this is gonna affect your child by maybe henceforth when the child makes some mistakes or when the child engage in some kind of behavior, it's not gonna say it to you openly. Okay, so it's very important to keep in mind that parenting is not just a job or something. It's a kind of a commitment that you make for a lifetime, and all of us are working with the different lifestyles and very much of hectic workload and all that, and we try to keep a balance between our professional and personal life. Okay, but make sure that you avoid disciplining your kids in a very harsh way. I would say disciplining is important, but I'm against disciplining them in a harsh way. Okay, so raising the kids along with whatever work that we have, maybe inside the house or outside the works, there are certain parenting styles that if you are practicing it at present, later it would become a habit. Okay, so I think these are the few things that I wanted to share with you. Okay, so if any of these bad signs has been shown by you, knowingly or unknowingly, it's never too late to check on them. Just keep an eye on it, check it out, what is it wrong with that particular style. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and if you like our video, spread the rays, like and subscribe our channel if you find this video useful. Thank you.